Hippy dippy skibbity doo da day. What do you do when the quarry over? Every day and every way. You get mad, you sue him back. You do whatever it does to stand up and fight back. But I need you to know today, we're gonna do it in a major way. Good afternoon, light, and I can see your words. How do you like that? So, my name is Brian Loma. If you don't know, my handle is Cut The Plastic, and today I'd like to talk to you about cutting the bullshit. Okay? I'm 3-0. What happened, Noel Anderson? I am 3-0. The city and county of Denver has once again dropped all charges against this defendant while blocking my motions to dismiss on constitutional grounds, while blocking my argument to determine whether or not the statutes or the rules were being applied in the right way. So, Chris Marcus, Lacey, everybody that's here in the feeds, I barely able to see you, but we'll do what we can to say hello. Chris, hopefully that just worked out. So, is it good news? Easier to dismiss my case. I want to let you know that on the record, I objected to my case being dismissed. I objected to the judge dismissing my case without a hearing and without hearing my objections. I instructed my attorney to object. I even asked for a Rule 106 to force the judge to rule on the constitutional issue before she dismissed my case. But them Denver judges, they some dirty judges. They are not impartial and unbiased. And I want to make sure that all of you are aware of this. The reason that we need to at the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse at 6:30 a.m. Monday morning is that the jurors need to be told. The jurors need to hear. The defendants need to be told, and they need to hear as well. It is a violation of everything going on. That Denver judges do whatever the hell they damn well please. It's unconstitutional to make a administrative policy based on someone's feelings getting hurt. Nobody really cares if the chief of police is bothered if the city contracts aren't being executed in an effective manner. Then we have a right to object, and we have the right to collect footage and to collect data showing such. So why did the chief of police make an official statement on First Amendment protesters and indicate that in the lobby, a peace officer might have to say, you need to go to the other side of the lobby so that we can conduct our work? And then make an administrative rule based on protected free speech activity. It's the same reason that cops shut the fuck up yesterday, 2 days ago, and decided to participate in the in the investigation that they were there for, right? Because somebody with a badge sexually assaulted a child. Do your job. Investigate why the medical marijuana patient cannot go into the building with their medical. Investigate why the city's contract is not being obeyed and why the decisions, no, not guilty, Rob, dismissed without prejudice. That means, well, you know, we probably are going to come back and charge him. We want to reserve the right to come back and prosecute him over the next 6 months and drag this on when we catch him up in something else and compile charges on something else. The city attorney's office has a clear methodology of attempting to catch me up and prevent me from doing my work. And when we laid it all out before the courts in a clear way to lay out my criminal trial, they curled up and said, no, we can't do this. We cannot accept this risk right now. In this day and age, we cannot go before the courts and allow the question of constitutionality of a state statute as applied in a criminal trial. That's what they could not risk. They could not risk the evidence. Have been spending millions and millions of dollars to prosecute Occupy Denver members, right? They could not expose themselves to the liability of an open record by judicial order, because we've laid it all out. We told them exactly how the chief of police, through redacted emails, through post orders, through emails from the district attorney's office, have set out to criminalize people like Janet Madsen, like Eric Brandt, like Karen Sidaro, like Brian Loma, and their known family and friends. They are absolutely using the dropping of these charges to maintain their grip, to avoid a public record, to ensure that individuals currently in the court process do not get a fair and impartial trial. They are absolutely doing everything they can to keep their abilities to prosecute people. And on this exact specific case, earlier this week, they were adding charges to my case. They were adding charges to my case that I was either attempting to video or I was videotaping. I don't know which one it was. Do they know? They dropped the charges. And they were unwilling to drop the charges in such a way that they could never come back and charge me. And this is the corruption of the system that you must be outraged about. So what do you do now? You file a bar complaint. You file a complaint to the Colorado Bar Association. You file a complaint to the Supreme Court of the state of Colorado that due process is not being enacted. Also, I could use a good attorney right now. I could use a good attorney who's going to take my civil rights case all the way. Because what's happening in the state of Colorado is that police chiefs are using an order, a statute that was supposed to soften the blow of protesting at funerals. And they used it to take constitutionally protected activity and criminalize it. My case is the first in the state of Colorado. And the courts did not have a balance. They did not show their equity. Instead, what they did was they showed their bias today. In question, I should let you all know some of the factors behind this. I sought out private counsel on multiple times, including the ACLU, who said that when this state statute was enacted, that they would challenge it in a court of law. They did. And I actually asked and brought it up. And I have not gotten the full story, but what I understand is that on a national level, the ACLU looked at my case, and they were unwilling to take the case. Right? Said that they were going to challenge the statute when somebody got arrested, but in their opinion, they needed to be arrested outside in a public place where there was no question of whether it was legal to videotape in public, on the sidewalk, out, right? Is the lobby of the police administration building a public building? Is the police administration museum under the Department of Public Safety a public space? I'm at a stoplight. Sheldon Martinez, Citizen Z, Joe Hill, She Who Talks to the Wind, Rocky Twain, the Happy Hippie, everybody, Tim Strait that's in here. Good constitutional attorneys are like unicorns, Tim, and that's the problem. Because I have to file my own case, it feels like, every time they violate my rights. I'm petty right now. So, I got out of trial court this morning. Prepared to go to trial. Till next week. Prepared to fight for my rights. Was not prepared for the judge to say, I dismissed your case without giving you the chance to object, and I dismissed your case without being blind to whose rights were supposed to be protected. The government's, the prosecutors, or yours. Right? So the Denver judge today, she's so unimportant, I can't even remember her flipping name. Right? We are going to be filing the fact that she violated my rights. I'm just so pissed off right now. I did win, but I didn't win because they have the right to charge me again for this in the next 6 months. What does that mean? That means I have to wait 6 months to file any constitutional federal grievances against the city and county of Denver. I have to wait 6 months till they dismiss me and they cannot come back against me in order to truly win. They offered me 6 months, stay out of jail. Just don't get arrested again. And we won't refile these we'll dismiss the charges. And I said, no, let's go to trial. So what was their move? Their move was to dismiss my case and hold it over my head for the next 6 months. 18 months from the date of arrest, they have the right to refile the charges. So what the city and county of Denver, what the Denver district attorneys, and what the Denver courts did today was they enacted their plea deal against will in a legal way. Janet, yes, shit is fucked up and stuff. I'm livid. So, while I'm livid, this style we gave a shit ton to the inmates, the homies, and the nurses, Denver jail inmates, Jefferson County jail nurses, the frontline workers at the National Western Convention Center, the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless. We gave some masks to Denver Homeless Out Loud. As a maker for the Denver Mass Task Force, we made masks for that. And I don't care where in the world you are watching right now, I can mail you a COVID-19 mask that's made with a filter in it designed to keep you healthy. One Hot Cal, Citizen C, Lacey R, Joe Hill. Now that I'm at a stop sign, I can see you. I try not to read while I'm driving here. So I'm livid. I'm very angry, and it's my job to be productive as a businessman. So if one of you are there, Citizen Z, http://COMASKERAID.org. Get your mask today. Okay? I need you to help my people. Help the workers that I'm employing. Help the nonprofits like the Denver Area Street Health Response Team, Dasher, right? They want peace officers to go out to stop being on calls for the homeless, right? Unless somebody's got a gun, is threatening to kill other people, is committing assault and battery, or maybe, a bank robbery or something, then they should absolutely have people who will help them, who will de-escalate the issue. Medics and street workers with Dasher. So we got our new Dasher masks available. They're beautiful. At the next stop sign, maybe I'll show you one. This one I have in my hand just happens to be red. So this is the news update. Cut the Plastic is ripe for arrest. Over the next 6 months, the city has basically said, we're going to reserve the right to arrest you again, to recharge you. And I objected. No. Well, we don't intend to. Yeah, well, I don't intend to get rearrested again. I don't intend to give you a reason to do this shit again. But I'm not going to stop doing what I do. Yeah, so, and realistically, Denver's doing its own job of quelling its own protests, right? I mean, they put up a fence, and now Black Bloc is in control of all the protests at night, and they're not doing a very good job of following the elders' practices in magic, in protest, in holding space, in methodical action, right? I've laid it all out. I know how the fence comes down, but I can't repeat that now because I'm livid. And because, I would be, I suppose, arrested on grounds of organizing or leading or some shit like that. I'm just so not brained right now. Okay, I should be happy. I should be happy that I'm 3-0, that my cases are dropped. But when you know how blatant courts are violating the rights, how can you be happy? Hops, not cops. Comes in a variety of colors. Black and white screen printing, depending on the color of the mask. So you can get those, again, at comaskerai.org. We want you to have your N80 filtered masks made on a living wage at $15 an hour or more. For those workers who make good masks at a faster rate, they get a better option there. So it's bittersweet. That's exactly the word, Lucy. Bittersweet. I should be joyous. I should be reveling in this. And I'm pissed. So tonight we're gonna start at La Raza Park. I think there's something going on a little earlier though that I might try to get to. But I'm going to try to beat a La Raza. Thank you, Lucy. We appreciate it. Definitely. Put in the special instructions, CTP sent me or something. Remember that if you buy 3 or more masks, there's a discount option as well. Unfortunately, you have to pay for shipping. But that's life. And yeah, we're going to... why do I think I have a COVID relapse? I don't think I have a COVID relapse, but I feel like I've been building herd immunity. But I've been wearing masks, I've been taking showers, I've been doing all the things that we're supposed to do to stay healthy. So I'm going to get off of this phone. I'm actually headed to a sales call. I've got to take care of a variety of things this morning. And I just got to tell you how messed up things are when you say innocent until proven guilty. How the courts jack you over, how they'll fail to protect your innocence by failing to give you just and legal hearings, how they'll fail to protect your rights as a citizen. Just fucking ridiculous. I'm livid, and I cannot express it enough. So, if you think that this is not a big deal, then you've got another thing coming, because it's gonna happen at higher and higher levels, right? The same rights they took away from me, they took away from 200 people. At least 75 who were at the job when they got an eviction with their property stolen and no advance notice. So, and that was just downtown, right? And I'm glad that Black Bloc's out there, but you don't know. You don't know that you're not chained to each other. You're not locked in such a way that DRS work because of safety lines, because of markings, because of the way that you're all attached to one another, locking each other. I was arrested and caged and then released, sight and summoned, because my sister, car was in the parking deck, right? So I didn't get that much jail time. But I've been caged for a year. Thank you for daddy for ex-bootlicker, La Raza. That's right, the people. You have to recognize that while I pass as a white Caucasian, I'm Alzan. Adslan, I have a hard time pronouncing it. My grandfather was a birthright citizen, quote unquote, of these United States of America. We were here way before then, right? Before. Our blood has been, our genealogies have been intermixed since people came to this land, right? Chippewa, Chicano, you know, even that word right there is mixed with emotion. So anyway, folks, this is a half-hour rant. I really hope you go watch some of my videos, because I got some good ones. Telling the police to fuck off the other day, right? And before my people stole the land. No, I'm not white. That's the thing. My people didn't steal the land. We were here. My ancestors migrated up and down the Rocky Mountains, all through the land. So that's where I'm at today, folks. I am bewildered that my cases are dropped. My charges could still be filed against me. And the courts are not biased and impartial. That's all I gotta say. Ole, ole, ole. Happy fuck the cops day. Fuck the courts. I'm pissed. I got nothing else. So I'm gonna go back to work. Please keep my people working. Keep yourself healthy. Go get a mask. And we'll talk to you in the near future.